So this morning we've come to near Durham. We're near Durham, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, so we've Jake and Holly Green, and I suppose we helped you source livestock there maybe a few months back.
Yep.
And we're here now maybe to see your finished project. So maybe if you could just give a bit of background to the business here.
Yeah, so we decided to go into milk. We've got a farm shop that we'll put all our own lamb and beef through, so we just wanted to put our own milk through as well, and we like the idea of local and whatever else. So once we decided, I got in touch with Jamie, and he said that it would be no problem for him to source some whatever I was looking for type of thing. So we kept in touch, and then found us 3 or 4 batches to go and have a look at, and this is what these ones we ended up with. Yeah.
Very good. So is it fair to say this area is not maybe a traditional dairy area, is it?
No, it tends to be more arable and sheep.
Yeah.
So like I say, a few people think we're a bit mad for going into dairy, but up to now it's been a decision well made, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. So you decided to go robotic milking.
So we just kind of thought, like, staff-wise and in the area is not very easy, so we just thought we'd go as robotic as possible, really. And like I say, the technology and the information that the robot gives you, it's more than probably a stocksman could do. So that was the biggest thing with us learning from scratch as well. It was to help us as well. So
yeah,
it was a decision that I'm pleased with in the end.
Very good. So would you have milk cows yourself before, Holly? Would you ever milk cows before?
No.
No, well, my family farm's got a suckler herd, but not had anything to do with dairy before now.
Yeah.
Totally brand new into it, both of us.
Okay. So what's the biggest change have you seen in terms of maybe lifestyle or whatever, or has it changed life much? Or
yeah, now the crazy cow lady, really. Just take up a lot of time to do calving. That was a bit of a manic couple of months, but it's done now. So,
like I say, just obviously calving 65 cows over the space of like 6 weeks. Obviously the cows are new to the robot, we were new to the robot, we were new to the dairy farming side, so it was a steep learning curve. But
a lot to take on.
A lot to take on at the time, but the way it's ended up, we're really pleased with it.
Yeah. So how would you find sucklers compared to dairy cows? Is there a difference in temperament, or?
I would say the suckler cows are a little bit more mad than the dairy cows. Yeah. They're quite placid and quite nice natured, whereas the suckler cows are a bit loopy compared to these. So it's been quite nice.
Yeah.
Have a nice natured cow.
Yeah. So as you were on about calving, maybe we might start and just look at the facilities here. So we might have a look at the calving area up here. So you have a large area and you have an open area?
Yeah, so we had
Is that where they start?
Yeah, so the first 20 that were due or whatever we'd put them into there, so we could just keep a closer eye on them and whatever else. And then as they look like they're due to start, we'll just fetch them down into the pen.
Yeah.
We've got the calving gates in there.
Okay. And you went headlocking barriers as well up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you find them useful?
Yeah, they're good, handy. Yeah. So
what would you use them for?
So AI, and if we decide to sink any or do any, like do 15 or 20 in one go, we can just put some feed down the front of there and lock them in, and just makes it a bit easier rather than running them through the crush individually or whatever.
Yeah. Camera wise then?
So that's a camera that rotates 360 degrees, and so you can look at every corner or everywhere. So just if you have to nip away to do whatever, at least you can still keep an eye on them and make sure that they're all right.
Straw bedding anyway. Straw is not an issue locally. I presume it's plenty of it.
There's plenty of it around here. Yeah, luckily we tend to source it all right.
Yeah. What's the area on the right there behind the boarding of the?
So we can set the robot so that it sheds. If there's any cows that we want to get out that need AI, if they need treatment or whatever, we can pull that gate round and the robot can segregate them off.
Okay.
And send them down into there. The next year we can put them in the locking yokes to AI them or whatever else.
Fine. So we're looking at it's an A5 robot?
Yeah, it's an A5 robot, yeah.
Okay. What kind of data is it giving you, or is it doing fat and proteins, or?
Yeah, so it's so on the app itself, it'll give you. So on here it'll tell us so which cows are are overdue. So if they haven't been in the robot for 7 hours, it'll tell us which cows need. It'll tell us which cows are coming to heat, so which ones are ready to be AI type of thing. And then if we go on, this is our. So it's telling you the current milk produced, how much our average milk, how much milk we're getting a day off each cow.
Which is what, Jake?
22.8.
Okay.
They're averaging 2.8 milkins. 391 concentrate feeds. And the robot's running at about 4.8% free time.
Okay.
And then we're getting about 166 visits a day.
Okay. So how did you find training cows? Say it was heifers you started with, so it was a bit of it.
They weren't too bad, to be honest. We put them through a couple of times first without putting the arm under, just something to get used to walking through the box and get them used to going in. And then, like I say, we just gradually put the arm under, and we eventually just picked it up not too bad. But once they realise the feed's in the trough, that's when they soon settle down once they get the head in there.
You could train a cow to anything too.
Yeah.
So is there weigh still as well on it? Is there weighing the animal?
So it's weighing the animal every time they come in as well,
Okay. This here then behind, is that?
So that's for the
calves?
Yeah, so any milk that you need drawn off to feed calves or whatever, you can set the robot to dump it into here off any cow. So you can put it on the app. I mean, the app we found very, very helpful and very good. Like it sends you an alert as soon as there's something it thinks it's not right or happy with or whatever. So.
And are you able to sort most problems as they arise yourself? You know, any technical problems?
Yeah, like I say, the robot tends to pick them up a long time before you would notice, really. There's been a few. There was a cow that was a little bit slightly lame, and it sent us a notification to say that our activity time was down by, I think it was like 45 minutes compared to an average time. And when we went and had a look, she was just a little bit lame, and like I say, you would never really notice that until maybe the day after when she was a bit hot and lame. So. Even that in its own has been a massive benefit.
Yeah. We'll have a look at your sheds outside maybe.
This way or that way?
Whatever you want, yeah. So this is your device, Holly, for doing the bedding?
I haven't got a license for that, only Holly's got a license for that.
Okay. It's a battery operated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charge every couple of weeks.
Holds about 3 bags of sawdust, so it's enough to do all these 66 cubicles that we've got.
Makes the job a bit easier.
Yeah. Used to them trying to fling it on by hand.
Yeah.
So with us we've got the Lely scraper inside the shed as well, so we'll never have to go in with any machines or whatever. So like I say, scrape the beds by hand and gives us a chance to walk around the cows and have a look at them, and then like I say, we'll go on with a flink to put the sawdust on.
Yes.
Then we've rubbered the area in front of the robot here.
Was that done from the start?
Yeah, so we had that down from the start, and then there's about a metre strip all the way along the front.
Yeah.
Where the cows stand with the front feet. So
is that rubber as well?
Yeah. So when they're pushing forward and
okay,
putting the weight on the front feet, they want the rubber rather than concrete.
Yeah. So how many cubicles are we looking in the shed?
66.
66. Okay. And say, is it all a tank then? Is it all a suspended floor?
So it's all the full shed's tank, and it's 10 foot deep.
Yeah, so what kind of capacity have you? Roughly?
Yeah.
A full year capacity inside
storage,
now? Okay, yeah. Did you put aeration into it?
Yeah, so we put the Easy Fix aeration into it,
Yeah. And working well for you?
Yeah, really good. Like I say, the lads who came and spread the slurry, they said they don't mind coming here, because they said normally you have to mess on and block pipes and whatever else, but they said it spread really well, so better for them, better for me.
Yeah. Your water trough then?
Yeah.
Quite a long one?
Yeah, so they've got the dump plug, so the water trough naturally falls to this end, and then there's a big plug at this end that you just lift and it dumps the water out, and then it's fast fill ball cock.
What make of trough is that?
Wilson Agri.
Okay, yeah.
So you just...
So would you clean it out often?
We do it maybe every 2 days.
Yeah.
Now that we're coming into summer, we'll maybe do it a bit more often when they start to drink.
Is it pass fill water trough?
Yeah. Pass fill, yeah. So we've got one at this end and one down at the far end.
I see there you went for the automatic hoof treatment as well.
Hoof count, foot back, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, just we put formulin through it 4 days. Put copper through it 1 day, and then 2 days just water.
Okay. And again, was that in from the start?
Yeah, that was in after maybe 3 or 4 weeks. Once the cows got used to the robot, we just we put that in afterwards, just so there wasn't too much for them at once to overcome, type of thing.
So easy fix cubicles as well, obviously.
Easy fix cubicles, yeah.
Okay. How have they done for you so far?
Good, good.
And you went for the easy fix
mats as well. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Like I say, I tried. Cow comfort was my main thing that I wanted to do. I wanted it to be as comfortable for the cows as possible. See, they've all got their own scratcher, so they're not fighting over scratches. And then put them a brush in as well.
Yes. You went fibre cement then, say, going on to the shed, you went fibre cement?
Yeah.
Okay. Any reason for that, or just?
Just the condensation in the it tends to take it in a bit better and absorb it rather than it dripping and keeping it in, type of thing. And
and the weather, the prevailing weather is coming from that side, is it, or what?
It tends to be from that end.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like you see, we put an open ridge.
Yeah. And you've capped that as well, did you?
Yeah, so it's just got like a clear.
Keep the rain off a bit, or?
Clear eye, just to keep the rain off, and then there's about a 7 to 8 inch gap on either side, which creates like the vacuum type of thing to keep the air circulating.
Yeah. Your Discovery cleaner then as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I say, we just wanted to try and avoid having to come in and disturb them too much with a scraper tractor or whatever, so we just thought that was and it goes every hour, it goes during the night, and like I say, as you can see, it keeps the slats fairly clean, and it actually drops a little bit of water out to stop them going dry and stop the slurry sticking it.
Yeah.
Keeps the water wet.
So we're nearly 7:30 in the morning here now, say. For the rest of the day, what else will you have to do here inside in this shed?
Not a lot really. That'll be it about done here really with the cows.
AI or anything like that, or
so we get
that done on contract.
Yeah, there's a fella comes and does that, so we just give him a ring on the morning, and he normally comes between like 10:30 and 11:30.
Okay.
So if there's any they would pull them cows out now, and then like I say, we'd serve them and put them back in. And that would normally be it really, wouldn't it? Like
okay.
Normally have the calves to do, but we've only got 2 left now, so they're about gone.
So we've kept them up till between 8 to 10 weeks. We've reared them off the milk.
Yeah.
And then they've gone to a fella not far away who's gonna take them the rest of the way, type of thing, and finish them.
Yeah.
So.
And say typically, say tonight, then would you have to be out again, or is it only if there's an alert on the system, or just?
We'll do the beds again.
Yeah.
We'll do the beds morning and night.
A few to put through the robots that won't go through themselves yet. Got a few to put through morning and night, but that'll be about it.
And then we wash the robot morning and night as well. That gets a wash down morning and night. Keep that clean.
So you were saying as well, Jake, that in time you might consider grazing. So you've landed around the yard here.
So like I say, when I designed the shed, I built like a jetty type of thing out there with what's slatted.
Yeah.
Where we'll hopefully maybe look at putting a graze gate in. So like I say, we slatted this just to create an area for putting, like I say, a graze gate or whatever. Just need to try and find somebody to do as a grazing system.
Yeah.
If you know anybody.
Yeah. No, sure. Look, it's ideally set up for it anyway.
Yeah. So the sheds are in the middle of the block really. So we've got there's like 3 fields that way, 2 fields that way, and then another 3 that way. So we're kind of well in the middle of it, type of thing. So
yeah. Good.
Got the option to send them where we need them to.
So this is your aeration system then?
Yeah. So that's the easy fix aeration there. Yeah.
How often is it coming on?
So it comes on for 2 hours on a morning, and then 2 hours during the night. And then the day that we're going to spread slurry, I tend to put it on all day the day before.
Yeah.
But there's 67 zones. Each zone comes on for 3 minutes in different parts of the shed.
Yeah. That's good. Did you know then?
Yeah. So again, just saving time and for the cows, it keeps the feed at them. It saves the cows stretching for it, or it saves me a job of having to remember to come and do it. And whatever else. But again, it runs during the night and keeps it at them all the time. So obviously the intakes stop where they should be, type of thing. So
okay. So often are you feeding out then?
At the minute, it's working about every morning, type of thing. We're giving them, keep it fresh rather than putting loads at them. We just try to give them it as.
Okay. So straight silage, is it?
Just straight silage, yeah. And then they get everything else through the robot.
Yeah. Okay. And the feed barriers, then again, it's easy fix again.
Easy fix again. Yeah, like I say, just the fact there's no, like, obviously neck rail, and they flex as well. So when the cows push against them, it gives them a little bit more freedom to get what they want, type of thing. When you see them breaking through it there.
Yeah. A nice overhang.
Yeah, keep the feed dry.
So Jake, this is where your milk comes. This.
Yeah.
Your tank is in.
Yeah. So it's 5,000 litres. We get collected around 2.5 to 3,000 litres every 2 days. So plenty of storage. But just if we ever decide to expand, it would be capable of holding another lot of cows as well. Just to try and future-proof it, type of thing. Yeah.
So it's your receptor tank then over.
Yeah. So that's the buffer tank. So when the robot's cleaning, or when the tank's cleaning, it puts all the milk into the 12 buffer tank. It takes about 40 minutes for a tank wash, and then once that's finished, it puts the milk into the main tank, and then that does a clean as well.
Okay. So you've space here, I think. Then you were saying in time when you put
so
the pasteurizer.
The pasteurizer and the processing side will eventually go in this spare space that we've got here. But everything's controlled by the robot, so the robot controls the valves to let the milk from one tank to the other and tells it when to wash and whatever else. So it's all just does it all itself. So it's quite.
So you have a plant room over here. So water, I suppose, is a key resource for any farm with cows.
Yeah, so we'll put two 1,500 litre tanks in. One feeds just purely the water troughs, and the other one does the volume washer in the robot. And like I say, just an area to store the chemicals for the robot, and the compressor what runs the robot as well. Yeah. Somewhere to keep clean and dry.
Yeah. So it's taking out all the moisture, is it?
Yeah, it takes all the moisture out the air as well to keep it running smoothly.
Your water source, is it a well?
No, we're on mains.
Okay.
Mains water, so.
So overhead, I suppose you took the opportunity to put a ceiling and
so
you have a large area overhead.
Created a ceiling and, like I say, put a big floor space up above with a window looking over the shed, which is nice to sometimes just look and watch the cows going through what they're doing. Yeah. So I just thought it was a shame not to do it at the time, so we made the most of it and done it.
And you insulated it as well?
Yeah, so it's all panel. 50mm insulated. Just to keep everything warm, dry, clean. Yeah. So just while we're on with it, we thought it was a good opportunity to do it. Yeah.
Viewing area or whatever.
Yeah.
So and you have an office as well here?
Yeah, so everything off the robot, all the information comes back mainly onto the computer and onto your phone. And then, like I say, we have the cameras and all the electric and everything comes back into here as well. Yeah. So this is, like I say, we'll come here on a morning, on a night and have a look at any information that the robot's given us and then go from there.
And so whatever you're seeing here, you more or less can see on your phone as
well? Yeah, you can see the majority of it on your phone. Like the day-to-day things you can see on your phone. Then if you want to look at anything in a bit more detail, you can search a bit deeper into it on the computer. Yeah.
So again, just in terms of your feed source then, your silage pits, it's just in there the other day, isn't it?
Yeah, just last week we got it in, yeah.
Big pillars on the side, would you plan to cover it in time or?
Yeah, that's the idea. So the company that we're Robinsons, who we use in Scotland for all our sheds and the side, they designed the silage pit as well. There would just be a plate that would go on the top of there, and then we can
cover it as you
cover
want
it over as well. Yeah, so that's.
And there's grants, I think, for that, is there?
Not at the minute.
Okay, there was maybe. But
there was, aye.
Yeah.
But we're not in the. You got to be in a certain zone, which we don't qualify for. Yeah. We're just outside of it, so. Okay. Hopefully we'll shortly.
So John, your own tractor and feeder?
Yeah.
So you were saying this is a couple of sheds you built at the start, is it? Before you built the main cow shed?
Yeah, we had bed and breakfast pigs in these for 3 years. And now just one of them's being used for the calves and the other one's just used for storage and somewhere to keep sawdust and whatever else.
Yeah. Planning, was that hard in the area to get, or?
To be honest, no, it was pretty straightforward. Luckily, didn't work out too bad.
Yeah.
So that's always a bonus when that goes for you.
So you have an equine business as well?
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So this shed here then, is that your calf rearing here?
This is where the calves were in here. So these are the last two that's left.
Yeah. I see. So what do you do with your calves? So
there was 15 of the heifers went to go to become breeding cows at Holly's. My dad took them to add into his suckler herd.
Yeah.
And then the rest of them went to a fella who'll grow them on and either sell them as breeding cows or just fatten the bullocks type of thing.
Yeah. Do you sell meat in your shop as well?
Yeah. So like I say, this year we kind of thought we'd just kind of get our heads around that side of it, and then possibly next year we'll maybe look at taking them all the way through ourselves.
I see. You have a nice Brahman trailer below.
Aye, yeah. Dump trailer.
Fairly new?
Yeah, just a year old, I think. Yeah, we got it last year, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was handy when we were building the shed. We had a lot of, obviously, digging the tank out. Luckily, we hit stone once we got so far down, so there was a lot of stone to move in it. That's what built up the other side.
Okay.
So it came in handy for that.
Yeah. Your weeder man, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely love that.
Yeah. She's fairly fresh as well, is it?
Yeah, that's just a couple of years old, that one.
Yeah.
Try and keep things new and keep them in good condition, so that when we come to change them and they're only 3-year-old or whatever, it tends to hold the money.
Yes.
That's the idea.
And the hitch as well at the back, do you use that?
Yeah, so we do round at the other farm we do about 1,000 bales, so it tends to put a trail on and lead bales in with it as well. And like I say, it manages no bother.
There's a camera as well?
Yeah, for reversing on the hitch, yeah.
Yeah, handy job.
Makes life easier.
So silage, you did it last week. Do you do it on contractor, or do you do it yourself?
No, I've got a contractor in Dryden Farms, who's a local contractor to here. They come and do it. So they've done it for the last 2 years. So last year was our first year, then they've come back and done it again. So like I say, he's running kit where there's another couple of contractors that are in the area, but like I say, we wanted to add additive on the silage, which his forager has a capability of. So that was a big thing why we went with him.
I see. Yeah.
So
and the gear is big over here.
Yeah.
The scale is big. For those that are in it.
Tend to have big gear to get round it type of thing. But there's a lot of beef over here as well that tend to do pit silage as well. So there's plenty of work for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
I suppose to complete the story, we might just go and see your shop. It's something you said it started since the 80s, is it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So it's been in the family for that long. So yeah, like I say, it'd be good for you to go and see the vending machines and what we're doing over there. So
yeah,
like I say,
let's go have a look. So.